What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? I hope you're having a great weekend. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like what we about to talk about. This is your weekend roundup, and I don't really have a whole lot. I think the same thing that we all been talking about. First off, we're going to talk about Rest in Paradise, Rest in Power, Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. The thing about Aretha Franklin that for me I've always loved is her resiliency. This is a woman who was shunned by the church when she became a teen mom, which I think a lot of people can understand that story that about how the church can, her father was a very famous pastor in Detroit, very well known pastor in Detroit, and she was very well known as a child because of her voice. And she became a teenage mom, at a very young age, and had to deal with that. Her father had to face it, she had to face it, but I felt like she dealt with it with dignity. I My parents are of the Motown generation, so I grew up. I've seen a lot of memes online, a lot of jokes online about, Ain't No Way was playing in the morning. You knew it was cleanup time, and I absolutely knew when my dad specifically put on his oldies but goodies on a Saturday morning. We knew what time it was, and honey. And my father is military, and I think he's a little OCD, so when it was time to clean, it was time to clean, right? And I just remember road trips and things of that nature. My parents exposing us to all types of music, and obviously Aretha Franklin was definitely one of them. She was one of the first CDs that I owned, because I'm of that generation where I had cassette tapes and had to convert over to CDs. But one of the first CDs I owned was the greatest hits of Aretha Franklin as a child, right? So I feel her loss, but I don't feel it as the same as I did a Whitney or a Prince, because even though I was not aware of how sick she was with pancreatic cancer, I was not aware her team and family did a good job of sort of keeping things close to the vest. I just feel like she gave us everything. She left it all on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And she deserves all the accolades she's getting ready to get for the next probably year or so. She deserves all the respect. I feel like Aretha Franklin was a butt of a lot of jokes. And I ain't mad. Comedians make money. We make jokes. I made Aretha Franklin jokes, right? But I feel like she always carried herself with dignity and honesty. When asked about this generation of singers, she was very honest about how she felt. You know, she was very honest about her battles with love and loss and things of that nature. And so for me, I love her. I'm going to miss her, but I just felt like she left us such a legacy, and she showed us how we should act. I know that she didn't grow up in the internet phase and all of that stuff, but people like her and Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle, they just carry themselves with such a regal stance, and I just want us to get. Oh, I wish we could get back to that, because I'm gonna get to some people who don't carry themselves in a second. I've been hearing rumors that Clive Davis is supposedly putting together a tribute. Here's the way I feel about tributes. I feel like you're never going to make everybody happy. So if anybody is qualified to do it, it would be a Clive Davis. Like, Clive Davis is definitely, probably, if I had to pick a top three, he'd probably be my top. Quincy Jones might be my second. Maybe a Berry Gordy. You know what I'm saying? People who not only have a knowledge of music, but who were in that time. But maybe not Berry Gordy, because he kind of dogged her out. But anyway, we're going to go down that road. But Clive Davis, her being on Arista Records when Clive Davis was the head of Arista Records, I would like to just see, I would love to just see a sincere, star-studded tribute that is worthy of what she gave us. I don't want nothing thrown together. I don't want nothing half-assed. I would love to see, I remember a few weeks back, actually about a few months back, CBS did a 2-hour special for Elton John because he's on his final tour, his final world tour, and they did this 2-hour special for Elton John and Bernie, his songwriter partner. I would love to see something like that where we have a 2-hour. It is just all about Aretha Franklin, like that's it. And we can have the Fantasias and the Lettuces and all these names that have been floating around. I would love to even see like a Elton John and a Stevie Wonder. You know what I mean? Like all of those greats just coming together. People who knew her. I would love to see Glenn Thurman come and talk about his life with her and, her children who we didn't see a lot of. That's what I would like to see. I would just like to see a true tribute that is worthy of what the legacy she left us. So anyway, I've been talking for 5 minutes about Aretha Franklin. Not that she don't deserve it. But now we must get to the bullshit. And it's really, no, you know what? I'm not even going to go to the bullshit first. I'm going to give us a nice woman, I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar story. This one, the award of the week goes to Teyana Taylor. First of all, I love Teyana Taylor. I love her. I love how she carries herself. I love the attitude that she has. I love what she has shown us. I hate how her album was rolled out. I feel like Kanye West did not give her what he gave his other artists and gave himself. We didn't have any videos for any of her songs. Her album was more of an EP than it was an actual full album. And I just feel like she did not get the fanfare and the attention that he gave himself, and he gave, my boy who had the Whitney Houston picture, right? I feel like he made a promise that her album would be out on a certain day, and I think that he was just trying to fulfill that promise without making sure that it was right. Now, I enjoyed her album. I enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was a really nice EP. And I just feel like she was done wrong. But with that being said, she's been on the After Hours tour, After Dark tour. It just started like 2 weeks ago in Atlanta. I thought it was her tour. Honestly, I thought it was a tour that her and her people had put together to promote the album. I did not realize it was Jeremiah's tour and she was his opening act. Did not know that. And that should tell you a lot right there, that nowhere or anything did I ever hear Jeremiah's name until this week when Petunia told y'all that she was going to have to come up off that tour or she was going to have to put her hands on this dude. The reason why I'm giving her the award, one, because she said, I'm not being treated well, and I will not allow myself to be disrespected, and I will not allow myself to be treated in a way that is not worthy of who I am. And she let her fans know what was going on and said, look, if you bought tickets, I will make sure that you are refunded, and we will reschedule this tour. And within 24 hours, not only had she rescheduled the tour, but she took Jeremiah's damn tour. Huh? So, to me, the Boss Bitch of the Week award goes to Teyana Taylor, and I think that that's a great way to segue out of Aretha Franklin. But I just thought that, did she have to go to social media? No. However, I think it was done in a way to let people know, look, because y'all know what it is, they always find a way to turn it on, make it the black woman, she's being a bitch, she's being a diva, she's being difficult, right? So if things had started going wrong with that tour, I promise y'all, those would have been the headlines had she not come right out and said, this, and this is what's going on. Because she was very specific to say what was going on and how she was being disrespected. And then other people sort of defended her or confirmed what she was saying. Had she not said anything and she just started acting out, and started responding to what he was doing, then it would have been all on her, and she's just a diva and she's a difficult woman. So do I think that it's always necessary to go to social media? Y'all know I don't. But there are times when you can use social media as a weapon for yourself to empower you. And I think in this case she did. She put it out there. She told the fans what was going on. And she told the fans that she would take care of them. And she did. And that tour ain't miss a beat. I think they missed one day, which was in Toronto. And she already said she's going to make sure she reschedules it. She was right back in Detroit last night. So Boss Bitch of the Week award goes to Teyana Taylor. I respect that. You said what I won't do is be disrespected, and I won't be mistreated. And no amount of money or touring or exposure is worth that. And slow clap. Slow. Well, that wasn't a slow clap, but y'all know what I'm saying. Now we'll transform into the bullshit. I'm not going to go through the whole what happened with Nicki Minaj and the world this week. I think we are all very much aware of it. I'm just going to tell you my 2 cents on it. First of all, what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. Y'all know I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, right? But what I will say about Beyonce that I always will respect is that Beyonce don't give you a whole lot of bullshit. Beyonce drops a project, and that's that. She gonna drop her project. She gonna promote her project. She gonna stay in the positive way. And she might throw some shade, but usually when she throwing shade, it's in a song. Like, she gonna give you some shade in the song. And the older she gets, I feel like the more and more shade she kind of throws. I ain't even mad about it. I'm really not. I can respect. Like, one of my favorite songs by Beyonce is Diva. And she gives it to you in Diva, right? And I love it. My second favorite song, I think, is Ring the Alarm. And she gives it to you in Ring the Alarm. So there are songs about her that I love, right? And that's the one thing I love about Beyonce. Here's my problem with Nicki Minaj. Drop your fucking album and promote your album. Why do you have to be catty? Why do you have to come for people? If these people are just so beneath you, why are you dealing with them? When people come for Beyonce, very seldom do you ever hear her respond or react to somebody coming for her. Very seldom. I ain't saying it never happens. I'm saying very seldom. Nicki Minaj responds to the person that held the door for the concierge at the hotel holding the door, talking about some, he ain't respect me. Like, it's like she always is angry, and she's always in that, and she's fucking petty. She's so fucking petty. I don't understand it, and I don't get it. You dropped this project. You want to promote this project. So you are out here promoting this project. And in every interview that I've seen, you talking about everybody else. Why are you giving everybody else that much shine? Safari, y'all broke up 5 fucking years ago. Why are you talking about now that he stole your credit card and his hair plugs? Like, the thing about relationships when they end, when you've been together for a long time, is that y'all know each other's shit inside and out. They were together like 12 years. They knew each other before either one of them knew anything about making money. They was in the hood together. They had that Bonnie and Clyde hood love. They probably know so much dirt on each other that it's ridiculous. And here's the thing. When y'all first broke up, that was the time to put all his business out. Why are we talking about Safari now? Who cares? As far as him writing your rhymes and you being, first of all, a hit dog going howl, right? If you know you wrote your own rhymes, why are you so loud about it right now? Why are you so worried about who write whose rhymes? We all understand that in hip-hop, you get more respect if you write your rhymes versus people who don't write their rhymes. We know that. But what we also know is there's a whole lot of people out there in hip-hop that don't write their own rhymes. So, for you now to all of a sudden be so concerned about your reputation and people thinking you wrote your rhymes, those rumors been out there about Safari for 5 years. Since y'all broke up. Because here's the thing. Y'all broke up 5 years ago. This is your first album in 4 years. You ain't helping the rumors too much. I just don't understand it, y'all. I just don't. The whole thing with her and DJ Self, and then you coming with the hip-hop, you know, the Love and Hip-Hop. You got a business deal with Mona Scott. Why you even coming for Love and Hip-Hop? You did a reality show. You was on Black Ink Crew. Like, People out here making an honest living. Why you give a fuck? Oh, is it because Safari's on there now? Oh, is it because Safari has used that to give him a platform where now he's releasing music and he's doing other shows and he's out here making his own money now? Like, is that what it's about? Because I think that's what it's about. I don't even think it was about Love and Hip Hop. I think it was about Safari being on Love and Hip Hop. And I think it's because Safari has now created a name for himself. 3 years ago, anytime anybody heard Safari, they thought about Nicki Minaj. Now, you hear Safari, you probably think about that leaked picture. But you think of other things other than Nicki Minaj. And I think that's really her biggest problem. But I just think she needs to stop giving everything and everybody else so much shine. Here's the thing. She acting like Cardi B. And y'all know, that's my girl. But y'all know I give Cardi B a lot of shit because I say the same thing. Why are you letting these people get to you, boo? Like, live your life, live your best life, take care of your baby, and be happy. Why are you in the comments and why are you worried about what people are saying? And people know they can get a rise out of you, so they're going to keep being in your comments. I done told Cardi, turn that shit off. But here's the difference between Cardi and Nikki. Cardi been out here for 2 years in the spotlight. I'm not saying she been grinding for 2 years. I'm saying Bodak Yellow dropped last summer. So it ain't even really 2 years. She started Love and Hip Hop, 3 years ago. She had 2 mixtapes and then Bodak Yellow dropped. No, Bodak Yellow dropped like about a year and a half ago, give or take. So this is new for her, right? She straight up went from rags to riches. Like, she straight up went from Instagram to #1 albums, Bruno Mars, right? That literally happened for her in a year. She's still new to this shit. She's still adjusting to this shit. Nikki, you've been doing this shit for 10 years. Why are you and Cardi B on the same level? Why is the same shit that bothering Cardi B bothering you? Because you supposed to be here. Cardi B trying to get to your level. And I would love to think that when Cardi B gets to your level, that Cardi B does not allow this shit to bother her the way you're still allowing it to bother you. The last thing I'm going to say about this situation is you're talking about people not giving you your proper respect. Isn't that all Lil' Kim wanted from you? Was her proper respect? You know, you took everything from Lil' Kim and created your career. And ain't nobody mad about it because, you know, ain't nothing new under the sun. Everybody is stealing from everybody else. But usually, people pay homage to that. Especially in hip-hop. Especially in hip-hop. And especially female artists in hip-hop. They'll be quick to give Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, you know, Salt and Pepper their accolades. Moni Love, I can keep going. They're quick to talk about their sheroes. But for you, for some reason, you just couldn't give Lil' Kim that respect. And it turned into this big shit. Same thing with you and Mariah Carey when y'all was on, you know, American Idol. You just couldn't be humble enough to respect what the people before you have done. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You done made money for everybody else, and your album still only debuted at number 2. Number 2. So, all that was for what? You putting your business out there for what? You putting Safari's business out there for what? You talking shit about a DJ for what? You coming at people on Love and Hip Hop for what? Couldn't have been for album sales. Because if that's it, it was an epic fail, boo. Anyway. Omorosa. So here's the thing. I saw online a lot this week when Donald Trump called Omorosa. I'm not going down the whole Omorosa story. Y'all know what the fuck she did. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know she done wrote this book that I'm not going to read. I don't give a fuck. Here's my thing with Omorosa. Donald Trump called her a dog. And all of a sudden the black community was supposed to be mad. We were supposed to be so outraged that Donald Trump called her dog. And people were like, I saw people on my timelines and stuff like, well, it doesn't matter. She's still one of, you know, she's still a woman and he disrespected her and he called her this and he called her that. And, you know, she still should have that respect. Really? Because I didn't see Omarosa defending nobody when Donald Trump was calling people um, shithole countries and telling about women grabbing women by the pussy and all the nasty things he said about Muslims and Puerto Rico. I didn't see her out there defending Puerto Ricans. I didn't see her out there talking about the travel ban was wrong. I remember her being on The View and defending him, even going into Black History Month, talking about it's going to be a celebration like none other. And being nasty to Whoopi and Joy and all of them, talking about they just going to have to wait and see, and that she's going to do all these great things for Black America and this, that, and the other. I didn't see her defending nobody when all that was going on. I saw her defending him. So now that the snake has bit its tail, I'm supposed to give a fuck? I don't. Do I think it was, right that he called her a dog? No, it was real disrespectful. But get in line. Get in line behind Maxine Waters. Get in line behind the councilwoman, the senator down in Florida. Get in line behind all the numerous people that he has disrespected just since he's been running for president. We ain't gonna go back to the Central Park 5 and all those other situations. And then you want to bring up shit from The Apprentice? Bitch, you did The Apprentice 3 times. So when did you know that he was a racist? The first time, the second time, or the third time that you did his show? Did you know he was a racist when you took the job in the White House? So I don't have no sympathy for her. I can't. And again, it ain't right for him to call her out her name, but shit. He been calling, I'm supposed to get outraged. I'm supposed to be outraged over Omorosa now? She has been disinvited from the cookout. Last but not least, I was going to do a separate video on this, but then I decided to just roll it into my roundup because I just don't have enough to give a full video. The Ayanla last week fixed my life with Solo and Neffy. I don't have nothing to give this. They shouldn't be together, point blank, period. They should have gotten divorced back the first time she did the show and he filed for divorce. They are codependent. They are dysfunctional. Neffy is an alcoholic. She's in denial. She also has been diagnosed with some bipolar and some mental issues, and she's self-medicating with the alcohol. She also has some issues that she's dealt with trauma, dealing with molestation and stuff like that. And so is Solo. I think Solo has actually gotten some help. However, he's still addicted to her. And he's addicted to the drama of her. I told y'all I got a friend like that, love her dearly, but she loved drama. And I had to just, at a certain point, I had to stop being around her and stop associating with her as much. We still hang out from time to time and we still see each other and we cool and I love her dearly. She's still a friend. But I knew I could not continue to hang out with her as much as I was because it was always some fucking drama. I don't have the energy for it. And the older I got, the less energy I had for it. And so the two of them, you can love somebody. That don't mean that person is good for you. And I do believe that there is love there. But I also feel like they never got a chance for their relationship to fully mature the way it should have. They met. She was already pregnant with another man's baby. They met. They got together. They was together before she even had the baby. They were on the reality show. Their business was out there. Neffy did the other reality show with her mother. Like, there was just so much that when all of that shit slowed down and the cameras were gone, they were stuck trying to figure out how to be married with each other, to each other, without all of the extra. And Neffy, I think, got addicted to those cameras. She got addicted to that, social media fame. And when her and Keisha sort of fell out, you didn't even have that no more. Because you fell out with Keisha Cole, and Keisha Cole's career sort of slowed down. So and then you had your 4 kids or your 5 kids, and he was carrying everything. He was carrying everything to the point where this man is damn near killing himself. You weren't ready to do the show the first time. You damn sure wasn't ready to do the show the second time. You have to get counseling. And you have to listen. And you have to accept. Like Ayanla told you. She said, first of all, you showed up late again. You hadn't done your homework. You telling me I gave you an opportunity to come to my free workshop. You didn't take advantage of that. And that shit is expensive. Have y'all seen how much she charged for them weekend little workshops? Them shits are expensive. And then Once you got there, you went to counseling until your insurance ran out, and that's real. That's legit, because that's real. Your insurance only gonna pay for so many sessions. That's legit. But the time you were there, you didn't listen to nothing they told you. They told you to take medication. You didn't want to take the medication, but you was cool with drinking. You was cool with still drinking, but you didn't want to take that medication because you didn't want to get addicted. What? Doesn't even fucking make sense. And then Solo, he just mad. He just fucking mad. He mad at the world. He mad. Y'all not good for each other. And I think the best thing was what happened. And like Ayanla said, y'all done made Ayanla walk away from her own fucking show. She left y'all asses there and left. And she was like, there's nothing I can do here. And I've seen her be dramatic before, and I've seen her do some shit, but I ain't never seen her be like, there's nothing I can do here, and leave and mean it, because she ain't come back. It wasn't like she did it for the cameras, or they went to commercial and came back. She never came back. And like she said, she was like, there's a certain element of this that's exploitive because we're taping it and we're showing people's process, but this I'm not going to be a part of. This level of exploitation, this level of dysfunction, I'm not going to be a part of it. I am not going to be a party to it. And I can respect that. Because there's a certain level of her show that's what her show is about. It's about showing people's lives and exposing their lives to us. That's a part of what the show is. So that's my 2 cents on that. Like I said, I was going to do a separate video, but anyway, drop it in them comments. Let me know what y'all think. I'm so thankful for all of my supporters. My subs are going up, and I love all of y'all, and I really appreciate it. I hope y'all are enjoying the content. Y'all let me know what you think. Peace.